Welcome home, Rep Pack. Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons, the show where I collect absolutely everything from the late 90s, 2000s, all the way to the modern day. And I'm also trying to create the world's biggest Spongebob and the world's biggest Nickelodeon collection. But not just that, the creator, founder, and CEO of this channel happens to actually be the secret identity of Emperor Zurg.
You look good, boss.
But I hope you beautiful people are having an amazing day, and if you guys aren't, you know the drill. You got a friend in me, man, you got a friend in me. Camera flip.
You got a friend in me.
It's about to get a whole lot brighter.
Some folks may be a little bit smarter than him and bigger and stronger
Okay,
too.
that's not necessary. We don't need that part. Okay, you can cut it off. You got a friend in me.
That's part of the song, right?
It's about to get a whole lot brighter because your boy is here. And today is going to be a very, very special video because we are going to be showcasing my entire Toy Story collection. But let's talk about the history of this collection first. So this collection was started for one purpose and one purpose only. I had a couple Toy Story items that I had paid coincidentally under $20 for them. So I thought on this show we get a lot of stuff in. Some of it can be very expensive, some of it can be super rare, but not everybody has the budget or the circumstances to be able to put that kind of investment into their collection. But I wanted to show that you could still grow an awesome and amazing collection, keeping every single item that you get within it under $20. And we have grown, amassed quite a collection if you ask me. So today we're gonna be going through that stuff, talking about how much I paid for it and also how much it's worth currently, to see how much money we hypothetically saved throughout this time, but not just that, how much our investment into this collection has been worth if you were to do the same challenge. And I think this is gonna be a fun aspect because a lot of you guys have been loving how we kind of do the comparison to the going rates versus what we pay for them, because then it really just shows you how good of a deal and how sought after some items can be that we just randomly find for a great deal. And I thought about at one point, like, okay, we grew this collection really big. Maybe we'll finally kind of, you know, liquidate it out. But so many of you guys commented and let me know that the Toy Story collection was a huge inspiration for you guys into starting your own collection. So I've decided, at least for now, we're gonna continue to grow the $20 Toy Story collection. And we set up 3 brand new shelves that are in the living room right now that is gonna be dedicated to this Toy Story collection. It has enough room for another shelf to be added as well. And we'll see how far this goes. But I think we should have enough space on those 3 to organize it out well enough to get it all on display. So without any further ado, everything is right here. We brought everything inside right now. So again, we're gonna be looking to see, like, you know, we're gonna have 2 counters, which is how much we paid for everything. I remember about 90% of the items, how much we paid for them and how much they're going for currently, to see also, you know, if you were to do this, you know, $20 here and there starts to add up, not just your collection, but also some of those values go up. And not just that, sometimes you get it at such a deal that it was already from the start worth more. And see how this little collection you got here might end up building up to something big. Okay, so one item that we're gonna start off with here, will you let me know, Mitchell, do you think it's fair to count this on here? This is my first ever, so for those of you guys that are new to the channel, for a little bit of history on me, this was the first item I ever bought on the internet. I was maybe like 9 years old, and I begged my sister, who had just got her own debit card, to go on the DisneyStore.com website and buy me this Buzz Lightyear. And at the time, he was only going for about $20. I think after shipping and everything like that, he was on sale. And after the shipping and all of that stuff, ended up paying like 30 bucks. And you know, for a kid, that's like, what? That might as well be $1,000, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, this is all my money. But I wanted to collect it because Buzz Lightyear may have been one of the first things I collected with my own money. A lot of you guys know I've collected rocks when I was a kid because I didn't have any money and like we were broke growing up. Me and my mom was a single mom, so I just collected what I could. I collected chip bags, I collected rocks, I collect literally coins that we ended up having, stuff like that. But when I first started getting, like, you know, birthday money, Christmas money and stuff like that, the first thing I collected with my own money was Buzz Lightyear, and I had about 5 of them, and to me that was amazing. It was a huge collection, and this was the one that I managed somehow throughout my entire childhood. I remember it egging me on in the closet so many times where I was just pushed to the point where I was gonna open it, but I never did. And that, I think, set a tone for me, that a good habit that followed me later in life is having the ability to keep stuff sealed. And I'm so glad I did, because I think this guy is probably the most valuable item in our Toy Story collection. And I'm happy also because I'll probably never get rid of this one. Even if we dissolve the Toy Story collection in some aspects in the future, this is one I'll probably always keep because of the fact that it was my first thing I ever bought online. That's just kind kind of crazy. But let's check out its value. So comparable value, we'll go ahead and put $20 paid on screen here. So they literally, it's rare enough that where there's not even any that are available right now, but the most recent one is right here and it's sold online. The last one was months ago, May 2022, because you just don't see them come up often. It's sold for $415. So $415, I mean, mine's a little bit worn, so I'd say at the minimum maybe $300, you know?
That's disgusting.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the $20 is a very little amount, even though, but yeah, I had to wait 20 years for that investment to pay off. So I think we're not gonna count this one, but hypothetically, it would be $300 on just this item right here. But think about it. The items that you pay $20 for today could be those $300 items 20 years from now. You know what I mean?
Kid Marcus is punching the air right now.
Exactly, a lot of things I opened. This is just one of the few things that I didn't open. There are so many things I could have kept sealed that we'd be swimming in it right now. But at least we have him, you know? At least we have him. All right, so let's get started for real now here. So first off, let's get started with the main man himself, probably my favorite, and that is the evil Zurg. So this one right here, they had a sale at the Disney store. Where I was just at the Disney store, I was looking around to see what they had, you know, just checking out the new merchandise, and I saw this wall that was just Toy Story figures, and it was the Zurg, the Buzz, the Woody, the Jessie, and the Bullseye, and all of those were I swear, $20 each, and they had like each character had like their own pyramid of different ones that were within there. So I paid $20 for all of them. I remember I paid $100 and I got all of the characters, and that was an incredible like lifetime of a deal for me to have all of the original ones I grew up with in their box. Of course, there's older versions of them that are even more expensive, but to have that original looking packaging, that was huge for me. Kept the Zurg, we kept Woody, we kept Jessie, and we kept Bullseye. I do not have the Buzz from this line, but this series has inspired me to maybe go out there and buy that one because we did this to him. But we managed to not launch Zurg in the air. So here's Zurg, and he does not have any power left. He lights up for a brief moment. That's it. But this is just mean, man. I love the packaging on this one so much. Zurg was not a character that they made back in the original series. It came out around like the second movie, and I didn't even know that his packaging was so close to Buzz Lightyear's, being that Buzz Lightyear's kind of represents a spaceship if you look at it closely. So his doesn't have the wings on it, but definitely still very like spaceship shuttle-esque look to it. No clue on the value on him, but we'll check it all out. We'll have the value on screen. We're just gonna go through these. We'll have the values on screen, and they'll be added to our total as we go through it. Okay, so then next up here, we can't go far after Zurg without getting Buzz, but like I said, we don't have the Buzz here for this line, which I think I'm gonna get after this. And then we have Woody, which also has a miniature Woody inside of him apparently. We'll put that to the side. We were just stacking things in this collection any way we could because it wasn't even a shelf, it was my desk. That desk that was there was my grandfather's desk, and I just decided like, oh, okay, like I love my grandpa's desk because it's super nostalgic for me, like always seeing him work on that desk. And Toy Story was something I watched often at his house as a kid, so I just decided to put the Toy Story stuff there, and it just kind of added up really quickly. But we had to stack things inside of things, on top of things, everything we could to make it work. And Woody right here is just beautiful. Of course, he has his hat right there as well too. The box is nice and clean. You can see the little pull string right here as well too. I'm really happy to have this one in the box. No, it's not the original, but I do have my childhood original Woody. Like this is the one that I grew up with. I'm talking like as early as my brain can process memories, besides my birth. This is the earliest thing, like one of the earliest things I can remember having, and it's this Woody here. I did have my Buzz Lightyear for a long time. I didn't shoot him into the air. His head broke off, and I think, you know, being in my teenage years and stuff like that, I was just like, ah, he's broken, you know? And I threw him away. I regret that, you know? I regret that. But I could have done the same thing with Woody.
But you didn't.
Yeah, something in my heart just couldn't let me. This is before I even knew nostalgia was a thing. I was like 16, 17 years old. I had no nostalgia because like for me that had just happened, you know?
Yeah.
And I could have thrown him out, but in my heart I knew that, you know, this was like my guy. I used to sleep with him. I used to freaking wake up and eat breakfast with him. He was my, like one of my best friends being this Woody doll here, like literally like Andy. So I kept him, and I have no clue. I have ADHD, it's a struggle for me to find my phone, my keys. I mean, heck, man, I can't even find the floor some mornings. But somehow, his original hat is still with him. And coincidence? I think not. You know, I don't know. This guy might have a little mind of his own who went out there looking for his hat, because somehow this hat never got lost. And that's, if anybody who knows me, that's incredible. That 20 plus years, he never lost his hat. So this is my original Woody, and he'll always be in my collection with the memories here. And his string is like this because as a kid, I used to swing him in the air.
Oh my gosh.
By the string, because Buzz could fly and I wanted him to fly. So I was like, oh, okay, he's flying. It's with style. So Woody, that's on the screen there. His value will be on screen, but to me, he's literally priceless. If I had to get rid of this entire Toy Story collection, this would be the last thing I would get rid of. All right, so can't go far with Woody without having Bullseye, because even though Bullseye and Jessie are really connected in the show because of the fact that they were, you know, essentially together for most of their toyhood, besides Jessie's like original owner. I don't even think we get to see Bullseye's original owner. I could be wrong, but I know that the prospector, he was brand new, sealed in box like his whole life. Jessie, she, you know, theorized to be Andy's mom who owned her, along with the fact that like she had an original owner. But I don't believe we ever saw Bullseye's like actual backstory, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was spoken about, but nonetheless, Bullseye is actually Woody's horse within the show of Woody's Roundup, and he's got the biggest box, like even taller than Woody's, the biggest box of all of them. And I mean, look at that guy, man. That is some stature. Like, that is so freaking cool. Like, with the invention of Toy Story, they did such a good job to create original characters that were for this series. Of course, there are some characters that are based off of real toys, but these are created for Toy Story, and he looks like just looks like a toy from the 60s.
Yeah.
You know, so does Woody. Like, they look like, you know, when you look at like Howdy Doody and different characters like that, like he looks like he's a toy that maybe your grandparents maybe grew up with. And that is crazy, the designs on them. So Bullseye is right here. His price will be on screen for you guys to check out. The biggest box. We actually had to adjust the first shelf of the shelves we made because of Bullseye. We had them screwed in, and then Bullseye didn't want to fit. So we had to adjust some things. Next up here we have the rudest, tootinest cowgirl in the Wild West. We have Jessie, and her box is pretty much, you know, exactly the same as Woody's in some ways. I mean, pretty much identical. So they kind of match up really well with one another. And yeah, same thing for her as well too. Really, really cute. Awesome figure. And these retailed for $30. So I can see on the back has the retail was $30, but like I said, they were on sale for $20. And that's when I ended up picking them up. And I love Jessie. I mean, her design is really cute. Definitely partners well with Woody. And if you can even see on her pants there, I even have like some glitter that's inside the pants. Like a nice little touch on it as well too. So that's the whole line here. We have a Zurg, Bullseye, and like I said, now that like I'm doing this video, I think I may, like I said, depending on the price, I may go out there and get the Buzz that actually connects with this line, just to be able to complete this little setup here. Just an amazing. I mean, they probably, I mean, we have Buzz's like villain. They probably should have, like, they probably have a Prospector out there, you know, that would be kind of cool to have too. But Prospector's not as cool as Zurg. Let's be real.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our next section here. We have Funko Pops, we have Lightyear stuff, we have foods, we have guns. We got an American collection here. All right, so we priced all of these guys. You guys are seeing the prices. The craziest one is freaking Woody, man. I guess like I was surprised because usually the most popular character is the worth the least, you know? So I was expecting Jessie to be like, you know, 80 or something, and then Woody to be like 30 or 40. But he's actually the most pricey because still the demand is there for Woody. And then Zurg is for about 50. But this guy right here, we found one for 37, but he's got a broken string, so we're just gonna do 20. On his birthday, like his best day of the year. You know, he's not really worth much, but like I say, he's priceless to me, and he's just sweet. Okay, so right now we already have $129 surplus from our collection, just from starting it. And that wasn't that long ago. I believe I bought them like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. That's probably the oldest items in here. And my mom bought this. So that's free to me. All right, continuing on some of our other bigger box items here. So we have this Buzz Lightyear electronic talking bank, and I got him for literally $20. I found this in a video at the flea market with my mom. You guys have seen that series where I go to the flea market with my mom, which we have to do another episode of that soon, but we've just been both so busy that it's been hard to kind of find that time to do that. But paid 20 bucks for this one, easy. He's standing on like his own little planet there. This is kind of like, reminds me of like the Toy Story starting video game where he's like in his own little galaxy. And there also was a Woody version of this coin bank too, which I've probably seen, but I can't recall it off the top of my head. We'll pop it up on screen there, but $20 for that one. All right, next up we have Toy Story Operation, and I got this at Savers in one of our videos, and I paid $5 for it. It is complete, that's why I picked it up. I mostly just loved it for this background shot. Like I love the aliens working on Buzz there. Like, you know, he's kind of on this hydraulic system like he's a car.
Yeah.
Like this is a suit. He's a human being. He can just get out of that suit. But I guess he's a toy version, in which the suit is just his body. Like his organs are within that. But I paid $5 for it complete. I don't necessarily know if that's worth too much, but yeah, I think the background is amazing on it. Next up here we have the Buzz Lightyear cereal, and as I've said and joked about many a times before, Lightyear is essentially the mascot of the clearance section. He's really cheap, most of his products, but I personally really like the Lightyear movie. I know most people don't like it, and it's like different from Toy Story obviously, but as its own little thing, I just love seeing more of Buzz Lightyear. And I mean, I wish Tim Allen would have voiced him in the movie. That would have made it even better, but nonetheless I still think it was a cool movie and a lot of fun to watch, so I still pick up some Lightyear stuff here and there. So there we go, the Lightyear cereal on screen for you guys. You guys can see the mystery shapes that it came with, being a green triangle,
cosmic purple moon,
a fitted purple circle. And this one right here I paid $4 for. I got it at the store when the movie was coming out, so $4 on that one. All right, and the mac and cheese here, this I have, actually I have one in my kitchen too that is the alien, but we didn't bring that one out here. So we have the mac and cheese box here. I think that there is Buzz Lightyear, Woody, and then the alien, and there may be another one, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll put the whole set on screen. This is of course the Buzz and the Woody one, and I got the Buzz, the Woody, and the alien on, I believe, Whatnot or Mercari, one of the two, for like $15, so about $5 into each of them, and with $5 shipping, so I guess say 20 for all three. And it's got draw Buzz's spaceship here, where you get to draw Buzz Lightyear's spaceship by connecting the dots, and then a little maze here with Woody, I guess, trying to find his way to Buzz here, which basically is the movie. You know, this is Sid's house over here. It should have like fires and other illegal substances over here, and then Woody and then Andy's house, which is just like, you know, so perfect. All right, so we have it. So you guys have seen everything in that little section get priced there. I mean, I think the surprising one was this one, really, only a little bit more. But these guys, they didn't really go up much. I mean, I think Toy Story stuff, a lot of it is super collectible. And then this guy, I mean, he was pretty much what we paid for him.
Yeah.
You know, but I think the box, the artwork is incredible on this one. If I ever see a sealed one down the line, I'll definitely be picking that up, but still sick. We're still double, am I right? Double in value already.
Just a little over, yeah.
Just a little over double. So let's do some Funko Pops here, because I think Funko Pops will definitely start to
yeah,
push our margin there a little bit. And getting into these Funko Pops, every single one of them I bought at retail price, so it's gonna be interesting to see where we've gone from there. Okay, so right here, this one is Buzz Lightyear, and it's signed by Floyd Norman, which I believe is one of the animators over at Pixar. I don't know 100% to be honest, and this one was free to me. I was sent this by Prestige Auctions, I believe. It was a website that does like autographed like merchandise and stuff like that, so this one was free to me. But let's just go ahead and put like a retail value of like $10 plus maybe another $20 to get it signed, so 30 bucks of paid price on there, because on average, on most circumstances, you're not going to get it for free. So just to give it some value, we'll put $30. Next up, this is Gabby Gabby, the Walmart exclusive. Again, I got this one when it came out at Walmart, so really cool pop to have. I love the character Gabby Gabby too, despite, you know, maybe her not being the most popular character, being from Toy Story 4. Very cute character.
My name is Gabby Gabby, and this is my very good friend, Vincent.
Next up, we have Forky here. I thought about throwing him in the trash because he asked me to, but I decided to put him in a paw protector where he can't hurt himself. I did get another $11. These ones I know are somewhat pricey, at least over the $25 mark, and that is for the, what is it, 25th anniversary? 20 year.
Yeah.
20th anniversary. We have Ham and also Rex here from Toy Story, and of course, these are out of the pop protector right now because the pop protectors just got really grimy from just sitting there, but look at how mint the pops are still, so, you know, and pop protectors are worth the investment, you know? Maybe 50, 60 cents into each pop protector, but it really does a good job of protecting them, so have those two for you guys right there. So we'll add these in there. We got 5 pops in there. Let's just make it an even 6. Let's do another one. So the next one up here is Bullseye, and this is the flocked Funko Bullseye. I don't know this one if it's necessarily value or anything, but I did pay up a little bit more for this one. I think its retail value on the Funko shop was $15, so maybe $20 after shipping and everything. So it's a little bit more than the other ones that I was able to pick up in the store. All right, so we have maintained double, but a lot of Funko Pops, some can go up and some can go down, which is why I'm a firm believer of, like, you know, getting them at retail, because if you can, you know, then if it goes up, like Rex and Ham, they were like $80 at a point, but now they're like 30 and 50. But considering I got them at $10 or $11 the most, still a win for me overall. But definitely that's the thing about Funko Pops. You can't buy them assuming they're gonna go up, because they go up and they also can go down. So if you spend $100 on a pop, doesn't mean it's gonna go to 200. It might go to 50 or 30. So I'd say get them at like 10, 20, maybe 30 if you really like it, Mark, and that might still work out for you. Okay, so next up here, we're gonna do some more Funko Pops here in a little bit, but we have 2 Zurg figures. This one is for the 25th anniversary of Toy Story, and then this one is for just the Lightyear year. So this is the modern Zurg versus the OG Zurg we all grew up with. And I got this one at the one of our Ross or like Marshall's hauls, and it was $5. And then this one, we got it at Target, and I think it was on sale, and we got it for about $10. So about $15 between the two of them. And I think this one will probably be worth it. This one we might have lost money. We'll find out. All right, so these guys not doing too hot. You know, you know, the thing is about Toy Story stuff is there's a lot of collectors, a lot of people that collect it. So that's why it's a great item to, you know, keep that $20 price ticket on, because you don't want to necessarily spend too much on them, because most of them are being heavily collected as well. So they don't really, you don't move that much. I mean, you have a couple things that do, but it's like stuff that's like 20 years old. But we did get more than what we paid for them, and that's because we got them at that cheap price that we did, keeping everything under that price range. All right, let's just do a bunch of Funko Pops.
I'm sure something is just gonna push it way up and over again.
Give ourselves some range here. This is rough. This is rough. All right, come on, let's do this. So we have Zurg. That is not looking good. We have Zurg from Lightyear. But come on, that pop is so sick, man. That's a sick pop. How can he be so freaking cheap? People just don't like Lightyear, but I mean, even me, the Lightyear pops, I got all of them for like $5. Like I exclusively picked them up when I could find them for like $5, and that's how we got these at Five Below. Remember that?
Yeah.
We got them all for $6, and so Five Below, I picked up all of the Lightyear pops. So we have Zurg. We have Buzz Lightyear in the XL1 suit, which is the suit he's wearing at the beginning of the movie. We have Duke Kaboom, who has some pancake batter on him, but he's in the prop protector. We have Bo Peep. This is the Barnes & Noble's exclusive here. We have Mr. Prickle Pants, which I got this as a shared exclusive. I don't remember where he was shared with, but I got him for the retail price. It was a shared exclusive, so $12. So we're just gonna do a bunch of them here. We got Bullseye here. This is the original Bullseye there without the flocking. We have Benson. This is another shared exclusive, the fall convention exclusive. We have Ducky here, and then we have Slinky Dog here as well too. And all of these guys need to be cleaned up a little bit because they were in paw protectors for like years, but the paw protectors have done their job, because all that little grime you see there,
It's just on the protector.
yeah, that would have been on the pop though had I not had a protector, you know what I mean? So it shows you how crucial they really are. So there we go. We have like 8 there. Let's just do one more to make it an even number. I really like this one, so let's do this one. We have one of my favorite of the Funko Pops, the Alien dressed up as Zurg. This is the Alien remix here. I didn't pick up all the Alien remixes because they are technically Toy Story.
That's a lot.
Yeah, they did a bunch. The only one I got was the Zurg one. I probably would have got the Buzz and the Woody one had I seen them, but I just went ahead and grabbed this one because I saw it for, you know, a cheap price at Hot Topic. And come on, that's just sweet. You know, you win some, you lose some. You know, you guys have seen me get some hauls where it was like triple, 4 times what we paid for it. This is not one of those times, probably. This may not be one of those days. We are catching ourselves. We are catching up. We need a hero to save me, okay? We need a hero.
I need a hero.
But these guys right here, I was fortunate enough to get both of them for $15 each. And they're the first freaking Buzz Lightyear and Woody. If these come up for like $10, I'm gonna be shocked. But these are the first ever Woody and Buzz. There are ones that are more expensive, being the Disney Store one with the red like button here. But this is the general release one you could have got anywhere. But nonetheless, they're still the first ever Buzz and Woody, and I think they're for the series. What is it? 2 and 3. So that means the first ever one was Mickey, then it was Buzz, and then Woody, and then other Disney characters came after. So I mean, it's basically the first ever Disney Pops. I mean, let's go ahead and check them out though. All right. Come on, baby! Yeah! Yeah! we are close enough to double again.
Eyeballs the other stuff.
I mean, this may have been our saving grace, though, but we will see. So we have these guys added. Buzz goes for about $80, almost $90, and then Woody goes for about $60. From the $15 I paid for him, you know, that's an incredible deal there. If this would have been the red sticker one,
I'm talking hundreds of dollars.
But, you know, you didn't go to the Disney Store. Maybe you don't have one. Sucks for you. The regular one's only 80. Why don't you have a Disney Store? That's on you. All right, so let's keep it moving here. Let's get outside of the Funkos for a bit, because the Funkos have not been helping us as much as I thought they were going to. All right, come on, let's go. Get the hype up. Come on, we can do double. We can do double. Red Pack, I want you to put double in the comments right now to give us some good luck. Double, so we can get that double V, that W, baby, come on. All right, so here we go. We have Buzz Lightyear remix, and we have the Woody remix. I paid these $5 at Five Below. They were dirt cheap, so I grabbed them. I thought they were adorable. Again, these are so cute. I hope that they're worth more, but either way, to me, I love them. So happy we have this. This one probably ain't worth the diddly squat, but
also $5.
he also got it for $5 at Five Below. This is the remix for Wheezy here. So a nice little one there as well. So these little remix guys are on that setup there. So add those there. I also got this for $5. We got this in one of our Ross Marshall hauls back in the day. So this one was $5. A little bit dusty there, but this is the Pizza Planet truck. We found this one out of the box at a thrift store, and I was hyped about it because it just looks so aesthetically sick. It's the Pizza Planet truck. How can you lose with that? We're probably gonna find out, but I got it in the box here with a little pizza launcher, I believe, as well too. Pretty cool piece there. $5 again on that one. These
blasters,
Hood Planet cleansers. These I got for $3 and $5 right here. This one I paid $5 for. It was at Goodwill, because that's how Goodwill is. And then this one I got for $3 at Savers. So these two, they both work, but they're both missing their balls. With those two, I don't know without the balls what they go for, but we'll find out. And this one I added in here because we need some help. This is a Spirit Halloween display for Toy Story, and I got this for free. So we might not even be able to find a value on this. We'll see, but it was free. So even if it's $10, that's $10 added from nothing. So absolutely free. They gave this to me. Awesome little piece there, and this will be on display with our shelves now that we have a place for it. Yeah, boy! Oh yeah! Let's just stay out the Funkos. Let's just keep away from the Funko Pops, because this is the stuff, man. What I'm learning here is just don't buy Funko freaking Pops. All right, because I just this is the Funko. That explosion is your wallet. All right, man. There we go. And now we are back past double. Let's just stay away from the Pops, and we should be good. Because you know what it is also? Is with a lot of the Pops, I paid $10.
Yeah.
With a lot of the stuff like this, I got for like $3, $4. So that's why we're seeing such an increase, you know, because even if this was like $10, that's more than double. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if it was bought at retail for $10, then
it's the starting price.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's that starting price that is it's messing us up. So that's why we're gonna avoid the Funko Pops for a little bit, kind of, you know, get some distance. And I think both of us going into this, we thought that the Funko Pops were gonna be what kind of pushed us further ahead.
Yeah, I think there's like maybe like 2 more things I could really think of that'll be like a big
and the
jump.
rest of it's gonna hurt us.
Yeah.
The rest of it's going to hurt us. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the next stuff here. So some stuff we did receive in fan mail, but for a moment I was gonna say, okay, well, let's just count what they would have retailed for, but that's not really fair for our counter, you know what I mean? Because we added them in there, because for the fan mail, it's, you know, it's just for the series and you guys send it in, so Amber K sent in this Toy Story remix. But if you're collecting something and you're trying to keep everything under $20 and you have a collection, your friends, your family are going to get you gifts. And that stuff is technically something you could add to your collection. So I'm gonna give us 10 gift items. So 10 items that are gifted, and anything past those 10, then we have to add the retail price.
Okay.
So you have 10 gift prices, because that would be like, you know, if that's your main thing you're collecting, your friends, your family, as with my friends and family, they're always getting me Spongebob, Scooby-Doo, or Pokemon related stuff, because they know that's the stuff that I love the most of anything. So they end up getting me that stuff, so therefore those items are still added to my collection, but I can't then add that value that they paid onto that, because that's not really a fair estimate that we're going with there. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this as a gift item here. I don't know how many gift items we have in here, but like I said, we'll give us a maximum of 10 gift items. So this guy right here paid literally $3 for it. It came in a bag with other stuff. But we have the T-Rex light here. This one right here we got for like less than $5. I'll go with $4 here. This one right here, again, we found at the thrift store. This is a Buzz Lightyear nightlight, which if we can get a shot of this plugged in, I'll let you guys see it because it is sick. A really amazing light here, and I paid $3 for that again at Savers. These guys right here, again, I mean, in some cases you could count these as less because I bought these for a video series, so therefore it was part of my budget for that video series, but it's a very specific circumstance. So I remember I bought them in a lot. I think I paid $15 for like a bunch of different ones, and this came in it. So I guess I would say like $4 each because they were labeled as broken. But as I showed you guys in that video series, you can replace the batteries. This Woody one's just gone dead again. But you know, they can be replaced, the batteries, and that was kind of the whole point of that series. So these are working now, and I paid about $4 each for them. I think, you see what I'm saying? This is gonna be way better than the Funko Pops.
It's because the entry price is so low.
Exactly. All right, so then this one, again, we said is a gift item there, so that is at $0 right now. This guy right here, I don't remember. I remember we got it at the thrift store, but I would say like $4, maybe $5. We'll go with 5 in case we went high on anything else. Again, Funko products, so this is probably gonna be rough. I remember we paid $8 each for these. And that is for the Popsies here. These have to be cleaned off a little bit here, but we have Woody and also Buzz Popsies. Again, these are one of those items, I don't really care if they're worth double or not. I just think they're so cute. So I'm a big fan of those. All right, let's do this little lot and keep it moving. We're gonna be doing it in sections so we don't get overwhelmed trying to price check everything and also being able to explain everything as we get it out. All right, we're still scraping double. We're still scraping double. So the most valuable thing in here was this guy and the light. And these ones, we could not find other ones that were sealed. So we went with the general price of that what one went with Buzz and Woody and Zurg. But we don't have the Zurg, but they were also charging $18 shipping. But we do have Buzz and Woody and they're sealed. So we went for the same price on those ones because of the fact that they are sealed comparatively to the other ones that are there. So really those are the ones that kind of added to this the most. And again, with the case of these, the Funkos actually hurt us the most, being less or if not the same as what we paid for them. So the Funkos really are the ones that aren't, you know, because essentially to keep our double value, we have to get on average double per item. So the ones that we make nothing on, it really doesn't do anything for us. It kind of actually, if anything, hurts us. So again, Funkos, that was where the problems lied. Okay, so now we have some blisters here that might hurt us a little bit, but I got most of these at the 99-cent store, which they weren't 99 cents. I think that all the Buzz Lightyears except for one here were $2.99. So we have this one, $2.99. This one right here is the this is just a regular Buzz Lightyear here. And then this one right here is the glow in the dark one. And I remember I did pay $8 for this one. So this is the only one I remember buying at the retail store when it came out because it glows in the dark. Come on, that's sick.
That's clean.
Yeah, we have the Zurg Spaceship Hot Wheel. That was $4. This weird Buzz Lightyear Hatchin' Heroes, I got at the flea market with my mom in one of the videos and I paid $1 for. I don't know who wants Buzz Lightyear to turn into like a little egg like that, or like a transformer, but yeah, they made it. And then we also got this Hot Wheel right here. That was again $4 in the store. I paid about $4 for, and this is the 100th anniversary for Disney highway hauler truck with Woody on it. So I would expect most of these are probably gonna be what we paid for. This is probably gonna be a little rough here, but we do have these Squishmallows, and these would be considered another gifted items. We got these in the mail, so we'll subtract 2 from our 10 total gift items. So we have 7 gifts left. I'm gonna use 2 of those gift items for these 2, which are these Squishmallows of both Woody and Buzz. And let's go ahead and take a look. My favorite one though, man, this is so sick. I don't care what you think about Lightyear. That's a dope freaking figure.
I love how bright the green is.
I personally think that all the Lightyear stuff that's dirt cheap right now, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the year after that, or the year after that, or the year after that, but in like 10 years, because nobody wanted it and because it's on clearance and people are just throwing it out, even people that are collecting it are like, oh, maybe I don't want that. I think they're gonna be pricey down the line.
This is with like anything, yeah, even like Pokemon's a really big advocator of that.
Yeah, I think that it's obscure enough that I think the Lightyear stuff may be more expensive in like 10, 20 years than some of the Toy Story stuff.
Yeah, like, you guys remember those toys? They kind of sucked, and then now they're like $400. You're like, what the heck?
Yeah, and then kids that grew up with it, you know, that with this Lightyear movie, they're gonna want it and stuff like that. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and check this stuff out here. Dude, we just broke $1,000 of Toy Story stuff. That's crazy. I would have never been able to guess that there's $1,000 of Toy Story things.
And we haven't even spent $500 yet.
Yeah, not even at $500. So if you just love Toy Story, you literally saved $500 from the retail prices for other stuff. That is insane. Okay, so let's keep it going here. We have a lot of smalls. Let's just do a bunch of smalls at once so we can get them out, you know, because it's gonna take way too long to just like, oh, here's this item, let's look it up.
Yeah.
Like, we're just gonna do all of it at once. I'm gonna show you guys all it, and then we'll just spam, like, as I'm showing you it, the listing price will come up, and then we'll show the next one, and then it'll pop up for you guys, and we'll have our total at the end of it. All right, so we have the RV here, which this one I may have paid way more than, because it took me a long time to find all the pieces. So I don't know, we'll figure it out on this one. We'll pop up the prices for you guys on screen for these because it is gonna take way too long. So let's do it. This guy, I'd say we paid at least maybe $20 in total to get all the pieces for it. We could have just bought the whole set, but that would have been cheaper. But you know what? I wanted to find them in the wild, so we did that. All right, we have a Zurg right here. I paid $3 for him. Very cool. Always fun. And he's got a couple balls extra too. This Pixar lamp is actually not licensed. It's 3D printed, but hey, it's cool. It's sick. We have Buzz Lightyear on a spaceship here. I paid $4 for that. We have this Buzz Lightyear plushie that I thought was a plushie or a baby toy, but it's actually a dog toy. He's got the crinkled wings there. Adorable though, nonetheless. $2 for him. This suction cup Buzz Lightyear, we paid $3 for at Savers. A lot of smalls, like I said. We have Tim Tam here. I paid $6 for Tim Tam. And it was worth every freaking dollar. We have the terrible Slinky that had a freaking string in his head, but I took the string out. So it's okay. And I also cut the string that kept him from becoming a full Slinky. So he's got no value because I kind of modified him. So, but he's there. These are $1 each, and I don't want to really even price those. So we're not even going to add a value to these ones. We're just going to show you them so you guys can see them. All right, so let's just spam the smalls here, Ryan. So we have Woody and Buzz here from the 100-year anniversary. So cute as a little duo there. Buzz Lightyear watch with the sickest light ever. You freaking blast the light through this little light here, like an actual wrist laser, like Buzz Lightyear. And we got this at Walmart in one of our hunts. This freaking Kids Meal Buzz Zurg here, another sick Zurg figure. I could have a Zurg collection itself. Sergeant McDimples here, and this one right here we paid $4 for. I believe at Savers as well too. Very, very cute. This isn't even really Toy Story, but this is Mr. Potato Head from the Hasbro line, and I paid about $5 or $6 for him. Disney Infinity Buzz Lightyear here. He could be in better shape, but I got him for $1 in one of our flea market hauls. Little, another small Slinky, and even the freaking Burger King toy had a better idea of putting the string on his actual collar there, and that was like free with the kids meal, but I think I maybe paid $1 or $2 for that as well. Lotso, got that in a bag that was $3, but you know, part of the bag, but we'll just say $3. We have all of these Doorables here, which I got them in sets that, you know, we were able to pull them. So I don't even really know. I would say the box usually costs $8, comes with $5 to $6, maybe $2 each. So I'd say on average about $1.50, $2 each on these guys, even though I think that they're probably less than that if you include how many other ones we got. But yeah, $2 each. Out of the box, we got Wheezy here. This is the Funko Pop. I mean, if Wheezy the alien was any sign, maybe Wheezy the Funko Pop will be okay. Okay. We also have another Alien Remix out of the box, and this was again $2. This one I paid $5 for it by itself in a bag. These two also came in a thrift store bag for $4. So a lot of these smalls came in little thrift store bags. That's why the prices are so cheap. Okay, and there's so much in here. We're just gonna say freaking $1 an item on average. Okay, so these came in from a fan mail video, but I believe these are the ones from China. I'm not 100% sure. So we're just gonna add no value on them, but I did want to share them with you guys because they're freaking adorable. Like these little gummy things, like, come on, I think like $1 for all 3 of those. Like, I don't even know. These are the band Presto figures of Woody and also the Pixar ball, and I think that set, it cost us $12. No, we got them on clearance, right?
Yeah, the big box.
Yeah, I think let's just go with $12. Let's just go with $12 in total. But even though I think I did get these on clearance. We have a loose Buzz Lightyear figure here. I got that one at the thrift store for $4. For this random Woody here, $2 on him. I got all of these Toy Story like little minifigures. They're Dollar Tree ones, so like we're not even gonna really value them. Again, we'll put them with the Dollar Trees. It's just nothing on our counter just to show you guys them. I got them in a bag that they released at Target, which was like $16. You got 50 Disney characters. That's where I received those. So, I mean, they're probably less than $1 into those each. But again, we're not just gonna add them as nothing for now. We have a lot of this stuff I'm gonna count as nothing, guys. We're not even gonna add it to our counter because like it might be $2 or $3, but it's just too much to go through. We have the Buzz and Woody here. They're probably worth what I paid for them, and I just got them because they're cute. So you have those two there. The Forky Gold and the Forky Silver, I wouldn't imagine are too much, but we'll add them just in case. So we'll say $3 each on those because they came in a set in a little orange that, you know, from mini brands that came for $6, but they were just one piece of those, so I would say $3. Little Bullseye and Zurg, less than $1 for those, so $1 for both. This guy who's been getting driven over by our Pizza Planet car for like forever, I paid $6 for him though, so I think that's gonna be a bad one. All right, and then a little Buzz here from Burger King. Again, we're not gonna add him, so I don't remember. This, I don't remember how much I paid for it. Bullseye, very cute, don't remember. These little Squish Me aliens, also don't really remember, and I don't imagine they're very much either, but they're super cute and nice little collection fillers. And the same thing for this guy right here. He's also in the collection. This is just also still a collection showcase, so I want to show you guys everything, even if we don't add it to our counter there. And this guy is super fast.
Drifters.
He's ridiculously fast, man. All right, and that ends our smalls there. So before we start moving on to the next bigger stuff here, let's just go ahead and finish it up. Oh, we also have 2 sealed Buzz Lightyear and Woody Pez. Again, we're gonna count those as nothing just because it might be $2, $3, $4, but ultimately it's not gonna have any huge impact on our counter, whether it's the price that we add or the price that we add that's its come up value as well. It's probably gonna just kind of cancel itself out. So let's just add up everything that we did count on here and see where we're at. Yeah, baby, we still double. Yeah, we did it. We are still in double. Whew, that took a little bit of time. But the Doorables kind of saved us.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of like, I guess they're a little better than Funko.
Yeah, I mean, some of the Doorables were worth more than the Funko Pops, but they were like $2 and I paid, and some of them were for $5. So, I mean, it was like, you know, and the Doorables cost like friggin' $2 to ship. So you ended up kind of actually getting a little bit of a bonus towards our doubling. So let's keep it moving here, guys. We have so much stuff to go through today. So let's keep going. I'm avoiding these Funkos like the plague, man.
I might just have to pull the Band-Aid on them eventually.
Eventually, but ain't right now. Alright, so we have the Buzz Lightyear and Star Command movie right here. Brand new freaking sealed right there. Beautiful, an amazing film if you guys haven't seen it, and an even better film, we have Toy Story 1. So this one is not sealed though. I've come by a couple sealed ones throughout time. I just haven't managed to actually keep one in the collection, but I gotta do that soon. So there we go, those 2 films on VHS. I've been avoiding him too. We have the Lightyear Imagine X figure here that comes with the Zurg that blasts these little like launcher pieces there, and also a Lightyear figure there too.
Hey, it's no Pizza Planet car, but it might do something.
Yeah, you never know. Probably not. But $5 on this one, and again at Burlington, I believe. And these right here are my next gift items here. These were sent in by, again, Amber Case, our freaking Toy Story collection. awesome fan mail member. So these ones right here are gifted. So these would technically be 0 for right now, and I subtract 2 of my gifted items.
We have 5 left.
Total. We have 5 left. So awesome. Thank you so much, Amber. You're helping out our total here a lot. So there we go. We have the Frankenstein Buzz Lightyear, which I think is one of the craziest figures ever. I'm going to talk about it again because I just think it's so awesome. They made him, of all characters, they made him Frankenstein. He's a guy who was essentially thrusted into a form of life that he wasn't expecting and had to learn and find himself and tap into what you would call a heart and understand life itself for what it is and come to the acceptance of him being in some ways a monster. And that's literally kind of what Buzz Lightyear went through, kind of being thrust into the life of a toy and going through the depression, the ups and downs of finding out that he wasn't what he thought he was, and finding a new way in Solstice and the friends and the found family that he found in Toy Story. So I think it's really beautiful they made him Frankenstein. That may have been coincidence, but good coincidence if so. All right, next up here we have Buzz Toot-Ear. I got this at Five Below. It's a parody figure from Hangries, which is a Buzz Lightyear who I guess farts inside of his own suit, then killing him, suffocating him with his own toots, I suppose. Whenever I think about the toots, I think about the guy from Ned's Declassified that always farted by Ned.
There's only one Master Blaster. I can survive this.
Oh, we got some heavy hitters in here. And by heavy, I mean like literally heavy. We have this Socks the Cat, which I think we did look this up in the video and we were surprised that it was actually kind of rare.
Oh yeah, with everything, I think it was like 60 bucks.
Yeah, like with everything, exactly. This really ridiculously like real life looking Socks figure. One of the few Lightyear figures that are worth anything.
My sensors to make sure they are working. Their sensors indicate full range of motion.
Really cool. I love that one. And we got him for $5? Yeah, $5 at a thrift store. Dirt cheap. And this is one of my favorite items in the collection. One of the longest items I had in my collection. I had always wanted a classic piggy bank where you actually put money inside of a pig. And lo and behold, at Target, they actually released a real life ham coin bank. So has this little cork on the bottom, and this guy, ooh, whoa. This guy is full to the brim. That's why he's so heavy. Look at that. See that brim being full?
By $1 or $2, yeah.
Yeah, he is too full. I couldn't even put quarters in there anymore because it just like didn't go all the way down. So we're gonna count all the change inside of him as our total value too, because it's just, if you think about it, that's also value. Is that cheating?
That is very much cheating.
All right, just as retail value, but hey, my savings. And I paid 15 for him, so he's gonna be a little pricey. But that's another item that, like, no matter what, I will keep that item. Like, that is the coolest piggy bank ever, in my opinion. Another piggy bank completely full here. That one is like, again, almost like there's no room at all in there, and this is a piggy bank. We got this one at King Richard's, and I think I did pay up for this one. I think I paid $10 for this one because King Richard's is, you know, it's expensive sometimes. It's an antique market, so if you guys don't know what King Richard's is, antique market, not really a thrift store, so the prices can be, you know, up there. And another one, because I ran out of room in those piggy banks, I started putting it inside of this Buzz Lightyear container, which is not completely full yet. It's just, you know, that is a dirty freaking penny. That's the dirtiest penny anybody's ever had. That's a dime. You've never seen a penny
that's
so...
That's a dime?
So, a dime. So, look at him in my finger.
That's disgusting.
It's so dirty that I thought it was a penny. You can't find me a grosser dime than that. Oh my God.
I don't want to find a grosser dime than that.
But yeah, this Buzz Lightyear is what I have now been using it for. This thing is a McDonald's toy. We'll count that as nothing. But the container here, I got this at the flea market for $3. All right, so we have another little setup here. Let's go and add these in, and then we've got some Funkos I think we're gonna have to accept. Just bite the bullet on. We are on still double, baby. The freaking the socks was the biggest come up, man. We got this guy for $4. These things retailed for $80. He goes for about $40 now, so that was a win there. Our little piggy bank here was a little bit of a win there.
I mean, most of these banks were pretty good.
Yeah, the freaking pig was freaking $20, and then this guy was $28, and we paid freaking like $4, $5 for him. Amazing. So now I think I'm a little bit more confident. Let's just go ahead and freaking eat those Funko Pops.
I'm hungry, so that's good.
I'm not hungry for that. We have Mrs. Nesbit.
This is like $11 each time, so.
And that's how Funko gets you, man, because they make stuff like this, like Mrs. Nesbit. Like, they don't have any other figures that I can think of Mrs. Nesbit. So it makes you want to get it, because they're like, oh, I love that scene, you know, but, you know, $11. You got Jesse, James, Meowth, that's right. No, we have...
I wish they'd make Jesse James Pops.
Yeah, I wish a lot of things. XL50, I wish I'd have got so many of these Funko Pops. I would have got other Toy Story things. We got Bunny, the Target exclusive. If Ducky was any sign, then Bunny will be just as bad. We have Chuckles, or Funkles. We have Army Man there. We have possibly the worst thing I've seen, Hawthorne. We have Buzz Lightyear XL1 glow in the dark. Socks. We have Sheriff Woody. We have also Sheriff Woody, but he's carrying Forky. Yeah, Forky not in Woody's hand. And then we have a slightly older Woody and Buzz from the 20th anniversary. So there it is. Let's just get it out of our system. Let's do this. If you're learning anything here, just be careful with Funko Pops, okay?
You can get it for $5. I mean, that's a deal.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. This is what surviving feels like.
That's what Mr. Krabs probably felt like.
You're spending on me money, me boy. Ah, that was painful going through those pops. Almost none of them besides, what was it, the Buzz or the Woody?
There was like 2 that were like reasonable prices and the rest were all...
2 that were like more than what I paid. Almost all of them. We lost money on those freaking Funkos, man. Freaking Funkos, dude. Ah! Okay, so we're still barely in double. And that's why I didn't want to do the Funkos last, because we have a couple items here. I need a drink after that, man.
Told you you're gonna have to rip that Band-Aid off.
Coke makes everything better.
Just think he spent like friggin' $200 and something on...
I mean, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. As we're doing it, Mitch is like, oh yeah, this one goes for $5 bucks. I know what it is, Mitch. I know it's bucks. You don't need to emphasize the bucks.
Hey, when it was 500, you would have been like, what the hell?
I knew it wasn't 500. All right, let's get these big guys in the way here. We have this big old...
Big old cup holder.
I actually got this for a ridiculously cheap price. We got this for $5, which is kind of crazy because I'm sure at Disneyland this was like $20, $30, but now it's probably like $6. I don't know. We'll find out, but you know, still pretty sick. All right, so we got that there. I paid $5 for this. This one I did pay up a little bit for. Let me try to dust this guy off a little bit.
Every time you say pay up, I get nervous.
Yeah.
You're making me think, oh, this thing was probably like a Ross item for $6, and you say pay up, and I'm like, oh, 15?
$12.99. Sticker's still in the back. I felt
okay.
$12.90. You know, weird box lunch prices. $12.90. And I don't know. This one I just think is really cool. I love the art of it. Infinity and Beyond. You know, quote that I said as a child many a times. So like that. Next up, we just recently picked this up. I think this might have been in one of the storage halls. We have Good to Grow Jesse, who looks tweaked out as all hell.
It's just her eyebrows are too high.
We have a Good to Grow friggin' Woody here with his hat all tilted like he's been smoking on that wacky tobacco back in the old Wild West. We have Buzz Lightyear, who looks like he's been in a suntan booth for too long.
Dude, his neck is unbelievably long in the back.
He barely has a neck. And somehow it's too long. Next up here we have the Buzz Lightyear mouthwash, because I needed that. We have Mrs. Potato Head. The mouthwash paid $4 for. These I paid $2 each for. Mrs. Potato Head and also Mr. Potato Head. I got them in the same bag for $6. So we got 2. And look at him. Look how sick he looked. The Lightyear movie should have been about him. With a Lightyear sword here, the sickest freaking blade ever. Get this man a freaking my little gun. I'll be freaking ready. All right, yeah, I paid how much for this?
I think it was $2.99.
Yeah, it was pretty cheap, like $3 the most, $4 maybe. Next up here we have the Pixar ball. Ooh, Mitchell's psyched out. Ooh. Nope.
There it goes.
I paid $5 for that, actually. Kind of paid up a little bit for that one. This one,
Yo.
I don't know. This is a loose Funko Pop of the Pizza Planet. But I actually broke the mirror off of this side. But it still kind of works because the truck is like already
beat up, yeah.
Yeah, beat up, so it looks like it makes sense. We'll go ahead and just add that on there. This one is adorable. Look, there's a little Buzz inside of there.
Oh yeah. Funko Mini before they came out.
They're out. I was really into this Funko stuff. Still like a little bit, but you know. And then we got the Lean Like a Cholo Buzz Lightyear here from Five Below, which these are now, they still have these at Five Below, but they put them in the Beyond section for $10.
But you got it when it was what's 5
when
or
it was
6?
still not Beyond.
Yeah.
They were like, Infinity and Beyond for sure, my man. Let's put you over here. And then our final item here, the Buzz Lightyear. Look at him, man. Stoic, ready to beat you down. Anybody who comes and messes with his crew is getting beaten to a bloody pulp, or your eyes are gonna get sucked up their sockets. This is sick. I love this. I really feel bad. The Lightyear. I might be in the minority here, but what else is new? Okay. But I think the Lightyear movie had a really cool aesthetic to it. I loved the movie overall. It wasn't perfect, but you know, I thought it was fun. So I will say that throughout this whole video, I'm disappointed that people don't like Lightyear that much, but I think this is a really cool little Lightyear. And I paid $12 for this one, unfortunately, because I bought it new at Target. And that's almost it. We have one more item here, and this I got for free with one of the toy sets we opened up on the show, and that is a menu from Burger King, the Burger King Kids Club. And this is also a bag that was from that same time period. So these have $0 in on them, and really cool piece. So that is our whole collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this showcase. We're gonna add all this up real quick and see what our grand total is. But that was a lot of fun, and a lot of you guys have been wanting to see the whole Toy Story collection all checked out. So we are updated on it. We are gonna keep trying to grow this $20 Toy Story collection and see how far we can get it. But I can say for sure, we're gonna be steering away from the Funkos. All right, let's check these ones out. All right, so this is our price right here. This is where we're at right now in total value over here, over there on the left. Yeah, that. This is what we paid for everything, okay? And again, on some of these items, we maybe kept the shipping. Some of them we did, sometimes we didn't. Some of them, they had like $18 shipping, which probably should have added to the value, but we just kept it based on the price they went for to kind of get a rounded number there. So that's about $18, $19. I think we went under on most of them. We found the cheaper, most modern listing. And we went for the full-blown, in some cases probably higher than what I paid for this. Multiply that by 2. All you can ask in this world is a double up, and boom,
17.
that looks lower than that to me. We destroyed that. We had so much spare room. Look, like,
yeah, it's like 20 bucks.
$23. Destroyed. Times 2. So realistically though, this video wasn't about like, oh, how much did you make? I mean, obviously if you're trying to make money, there's a lot of better things out there you could have bought. But if you were trying to collect this, as you would with anything in that $20 price, whether it's Pokemon, Digimon, Spongebob, whatever it is, if you have $20 to your name per week, you could build a collection and you would have saved almost $900 if you would have been going to thrift stores, going to Five Below, finding the items on a deal for under $20. You would be able to save $900. And again, you can apply this to anything, not even just Toy Story. Even if you think our numbers were off, I mean, even if it's $500, we could have bought half this stuff again for $500. That is an unbelievable amount of savings, and honestly inspired me to be a little bit better about how we go about certain things, being that some of the stuff that we paid up for, we ended up getting the least from, you know?
Yeah, which is surprising.
Yeah, and some of the more unique items we paid a couple bucks for ended up being where we ended up making a win at. So honestly, it was an eye-opening experience, and I had so much fun checking it out. I can't wait to put all this stuff back on display and continue to see how far this Toy Story collection goes. I would have never thought we had almost $2,000 of Toy Story stuff. If you would have asked me that, I would have guessed like probably less than $1,000. But yeah, here we are. So an amazing haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned here. We're gonna put this stuff on the shelf, but before that, you know the drill. Hit the like button because this is gonna take some time. Scan it! So that is it for this video. I hope you beautiful people enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure you smack the like button, subscribe if you're new here. And again, if you guys want to support the show further, go check out the Patreon. You can sign up for $2 a month and you get extended versions of every single video, 100% ad-free. And if you want to see us live, go check out the Whatnot live streams. We do them every single Friday. We have an amazing time hanging out with you guys, and not just that, we do giveaways every single stream and a bunch of items that you see here on the show, and some items you don't see on the show end up getting featured over there. And every single cent that we make over on Whatnot quite literally transfers right over to Comfort Cartoons, and we use for the budget to make the videos here on this show. So thank you so much to everybody who supports our Whatnot and people that are supporting on Patreon. All those links are on the top of the description. I'll see you guys right here in this video that I know you're gonna love. And as always, Rep Pack, I'll see you beautiful people. And again, thank you so much for just watching this video. In the next one, adios and bloop.